Tony proposed to his girlfriend of 8 years, but she broke up with him in front of everyone. Tony felt confused and angry. He handed the engagement ring to a homeless woman on the street. The woman was shocked by what had just happened. She immediately followed Tony to his office building, trying to return the ring to him, but the security guard blocked Annie at the entrance. He refused to let a dirty beggar into the building. Not long after, Tony came out carrying a box. Annie tried to give the ring back, but Tony said he didn't want it anymore. Annie was angry at his attitude.
What did you say?
You give up so easily on your girlfriend.
Tony dropped the box in his hands and told Annie what had happened to him. He felt humiliated when his girlfriend rejected his proposal. Then Annie shared her story too. She had sold her home to pay for her mother's medical bills. To survive, she had no choice but to beg on the streets. She gets rejected hundreds of times a day, but she never gives up, while Tony gave up after just one failure. She told him he was nothing but a coward. Annie's words touched Tony. He called out to her, maybe out of respect. He didn't give her money. Instead, he took her to a restaurant for a meal. Even a simple piece of bread meant so much to Annie. Seeing the way she ate, Tony gently wiped the corner of her mouth with a napkin. Their relationship started to become more and more ambiguous. Tony said he wanted to help her through this hard time. Before Annie could respond, he gave her his scarf. It was the first time Annie had ever been treated with kindness by a stranger. She was moved by Tony. Just then, Tony saw his ex-girlfriend being intimate with another man. At that moment, Tony finally understood the truth. Seeing how down he looked, Annie decided to help him. She asked Tony to prepare a place where she could clean up. Later, Annie changed into a beautiful dress. And that's when Tony realized how truly beautiful she was. He was completely drawn to her. They pretended to be a couple and walked into the restaurant. Tony purposely greeted his ex and introduced the girl beside him. Annie played along perfectly, even linking her arm with his. They acted super close in front of the ex-girlfriend, and watching them, the ex was clearly pissed off. Even though they were only pretending, Annie started to notice. Tony was looking at her more and more affectionately. She shyly told him she wished tonight would never end, and Tony said, this would never end. Turns out, after spending time together, Tony had completely fallen in love with Annie. But Annie was just a homeless woman. She thought she wasn't good enough for him.
No. You're a girl with a friend and a place to stay. And maybe, if you agree, also with a boyfriend?
And the engagement ring that was meant to be thrown away finally found its true owner. This homeless woman not only healed Tony's broken heart, she also found true love of her own.